Next Week in Wolfeboro is underwritten by the Downtown Grill Cafe. The Downtown Grill Cafe is located at 33 Main Street in beautiful Wolfeboro, New Hampshire, with a fantastic view of Lake Winnipesaukee and Cate Park. Hours of operations are daily from 7 a.m. until 3 p.m. For more information about this underwriter, check out the website www.downtowngrill.cafe.
Welcome to Next Week in Wolfeboro. I'm your host, Kristen Cooper.
And I'm Zach Pickle.
We're coming to you from the Wolfeboro Community Television studios, where we bring your community to view.
We say thank you to our friends at the Downtown Grill Cafe for underwriting Next Week in Wolfeboro.
It is through the support of underwriters and donors like you that programs like this are possible on Wolfeboro Community Television.
If you'd like to underwrite a program for Wolfeboro Community Television, please contact our producers at 569-0219.
We also want you to let your friends and family from out of town know they can watch this program on Facebook and YouTube. Once they're logged in to either Facebook or YouTube, just search for Wolfeboro Community Television and you'll find us on Next Week in Wolfeboro. Alright, let's start right out with a report from the Chamber of Commerce. Mr. Rees is ready with a report. We're sending it over to you, Mr. Rees.
Hi and welcome to Next Week in Wolfeboro. My name is Mary. We have some things coming up. We're into March, of course, and then first off on Friday morning, March 10th, from 10 to 11:30, you're invited to tour Maker's Mill. You'll go right over to Maker's Mill, which is on Bay Street. They have a nice signage out front, can't miss it. And they'll show you everything that's in there and available for use. It's pretty incredible. So if you haven't seen it yet, Maker's Mill, Friday morning, March 10th at 10. Coming up, we have the Wolfeboro Friends of Music continuing its concert series, and next up is the Stratford Wind Symphony. That's going to be on the 18th of March at 7 p.m. and this time they'll be in Anderson Hall at Brewster Academy. Looking ahead a little bit, there's still activities and events going on at Abenaki Ski Area. There is a Abenaki Fun Day going on the 25th. We'll talk more about that next week. And some reminders, the monthly Coffee and Connections continues the second Thursday of the month, and that is from 10 to 11:30. I hear there may be donuts there as well, and that fun time is over at the community center. It's intended for those age 55 and older, and there's no cost to go over and join the conversations there. Again, second Thursday monthly in the community center at 10 o'clock. And Life Ministries Food Pantry is open the first and third Wednesday of the month, and they are located in the Outreach Building next to All Saints Episcopal Church on South Main Street, and they're open from 10 to 1 and then 4 to 6 in the evening, first and third Wednesday of the month. All right, I think that's what we have for now. Remember to shop, dine, and have fun in your town. See ya.
Thank you, Mr. Rees. Here are some other things we'd like to share with you, starting with on Saturday, March 11th.
Daylight savings time starts on Sunday, March 12th. So on Saturday the 11th, don't forget to set your clocks forward by 1 hour before you go to bed.
On Tuesday, March 14th, it's Town Election Day. Wolfeboro polls will open at 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. and voting will take place at the Wolfeboro Town Hall upstairs in the Great Hall.
And if you'd like to get to know any of the Wolfeboro candidates a bit better before the town elections, Wolfeboro Community Television wants you to know that they hosted a Candidates Night program at the Town Hall, and the recording can be found on their YouTube channel.
The Wolfeboro Public Library provides Toddler Time Story Hour at 10:30 a.m. Advanced signups is recommended. On Wednesday, March 15th,
the Wolfeboro Public Library has a children's art class for ages 7 and up at 4 p.m. Please register your child in advance on the website at wolfeborolibrary.org.
The Wolfeboro Board of Selectmen will be meeting in the Wolfeboro Town Hall upstairs in the Great Hall at 6:30 p.m. If you would like to watch the meeting from home, Wolfeboro Community Television will be broadcasting this meeting live on Channel 25 and on the WCTV YouTube channel. On Thursday, March 16th,
the Wolfeboro Public Library provides preschool story hour at 10:30 a.m. Advanced sign-up is recommended.
On Friday, March 17th,
Happy St. Patrick's Day!
On Tuesday, March 21st, the Wolfeboro Public Library provides Toddler Time Story Hour at 10:30 a.m. Advanced sign-ups is recommended.
The Wolfeboro Planning Board will be meeting in the Wolfeboro Town Hall upstairs in the Great Hall at 7 p.m. If you would like to watch the meeting from home, Wolfeboro Community Television will be broadcasting the Planning Board meeting live on Channel 25 and on the WCTV YouTube channel.
On Thursday, March 23rd, the Wolfeboro Public Library provides Preschool Story Hour at 10:30 a.m. Advanced sign-ups is recommended. On Saturday, March 25th,
The Wolfeboro Public Library will have a Yoga for Teens program at 10:30 a.m. This will be a free class for all skill levels, but please sign up ahead of time on their website.
the Lakes Region Symphony Orchestra have a concert at the Inner Lakes Auditorium in Meredith at 7 p.m. Okay, let's send it over to the Parks and Recreation Department. Parks and Recreation Director Christine Collins is ready with an update on all things Parks and Rec. We're sending it over to you, Christine Collins.
Thanks, Kristen and Zach. Christine Collins here with Wolfeboro Parks and Recreation, and just want to share what's going on with us. So we made it through Winter Carnival, which was a great event. Hope you got to enjoy it with us. The weather did come and try to impact us a little bit, but we were able to push everything out. A couple things were canceled, but I think we did a good job overall. So hopefully you got to be part of that. Moving forward, we are getting ready for spring and summer. So right now we are accepting applications for summer programming, spring programming, beaches and all that stuff. So if you're interested, definitely send in your applications. Right now we are in the process of seeing how many returning staff are coming back, and then we'll have some more details of what we have going on for the future. So once we get those returning staff in, we'll know how many open spots we have available. We are also, because the Pop Whalen will be completely renovated by the time summer rolls around, we're looking to operate that facility at a year-round capacity. So that means we're going to be offering programs and events and stuff like that. So we'll be looking for employees for that as well. So if any of those things interest you, please reach out to us. We're always looking for help over here. We are still trying to recruit for soccer coaches. So if you're interested in helping out with that, we're definitely looking for that. And it's more kindergarten, first grade, second, third grade. We like to have possibly 2 to 3 coaches per team, just to have if someone has a commitment and they can't be at all the practices, we always have someone there. We also have our program coordinator who will be there, so you're never fully alone with the children, but it's hard to be the program coordinator and the coach. So we just look for people to help implement the programming that we've established, and then you're kind of the point person for the kids while they're the point person for the parents. So if that's something you're interested in, we're definitely looking for help for that. We're getting ready for all our special events and stuff like that. So we're always looking for volunteers in this department. So if it's something that you think you're interested in doing, please reach out to us and we can give you a list of our special events just to help out at. Other than that, Abenaki and Pop Whalen are still open. Please check the website for Pop Whalen times. We've added a couple of skate times. A lot of you have expressed interest in after-school skates and times available outside of the core hours that we usually have. Hockey has kind of dwindled down, so we're able to open up those times. So we really want to see you there because we're giving you what you want. So let's see you at those skates. Other than that, that's all we have going on, and we hope to see you soon. And hopefully next time I'm taping, maybe we'll be in our offices, but I'm not sure. But fingers crossed. Oh, last point. Beach passes are not available until May 1st. There's no reason why you'd need a beach pass right now anyways, because they're not open. So May 1st is the earliest we'll be giving out beach passes. Details will follow on that because we're not sure even what facility we'll be at or where we'll be distributing them from. So just stay tuned and we'll keep you posted as soon as we know. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Christine Collins. Joyce Davis is at the Wolfeboro Public Library with an update. We're sending it over to you, Joyce Davis.
Thanks, Kristen and Zach. For the past year or so, we've been partnering with the Granite VNA to bring a number of programs to the community. Every Friday from now through April 7th at 2 o'clock, VNA is facilitating a grief support group here at the library. This weekly group offers adults a safe, caring space to share and learn alongside others who have experienced a loss. They will discuss ways of coping with grief and facing the challenges ahead. Registration for this group is required. Please call Linda Brown at 603-832-1332, or you can call the library for more information. On March 22nd, the VNA will present another Walk-In Wednesday, where a Granite Visiting Nurse Association social worker and notary public is available to connect with you to discuss your end-of-life issues, review your advance directives to make sure it reflects your decisions regarding future medical care, assist with filling out your durable power of attorney for health care and living will, and they can provide information about resources and services that may benefit you or a family member. There is no cost and no registration is required. Our second Tuesday book group will meet on April 11th at 1 o'clock to discuss Edith Wharton's classic, The Age of Innocence. Copies are now available, so pick one up. Believe it or not, spring is coming, and with it, thoughts of gardening. On March 17th, our Let's Talk Gardening group will be discussing garden design. This month, the group will discuss designing your garden, and if you can bring the following info: the size, location, what your garden is made of, vegetables, herbs, flowers, or a lovely mix. We'll talk about companion gardening and how to get the look you want, even if sun, water, or heat are concerns. On Wednesday, April 12th at 6 p.m., Master Gardener Susan Poirier will present Vegetable Gardening 101, a great introduction or refresher for folks who are interested in growing their own food. Would you like to improve your computer skills? Beginning on Monday, April 3rd at 1 p.m., we'll be hosting a 4-part Microsoft Word class. You'll learn all about using Word to create various documents in a relaxed, small class setting. Don Campbell will be the instructor. We are presenting this in cooperation with Carroll County Adult Education to further their mission of bringing digital literacy to the community. This series of classes is open to all, and there is no charge. Please bring your laptop to class, and if you don't own a laptop, one can be provided. Please register on our website as class size is limited. And a reminder about Tech Tuesdays. Tech Time with Mike is so popular, we have expanded his Tuesday hours. If you need help with your computer, your phone, your laptop, or another device, you'll want to make an appointment to meet with Mike. He's now available every Tuesday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. to help you solve your tech issues. Back to you, Kristen and Zach.
Thank you, Joyce Davis. Pastor Justin and Josh are ready with a report at Calvary Wolfeboro. Over to you, Pastor Justin and Josh.
Well, hello and welcome back to CW Today, where we do our best to let you know about what's going on in and around Calvary Wolfeboro in the days and weeks ahead. I'm Justin.
I'm Josh, and what we have going on right now is the season of Lent, and we're in the midst of that, and we are going through Hebrews 11, verse 32, which kind of lists a few people in the what we would call the chapter of Hall of Faith. Yep. Hall of Faith, and we've been taking each Wednesday evening to go through the life, to read the story, the background on these brothers and sisters of faith that have walked with God before us and are an example to us. And it's been a really sweet time. I know I've been encouraged. And so Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. you can come and sit with us, and we will talk about these people and learn from them and seek to be encouraged by them.
Yeah, next time Jephthah, right?
Jephthah, yep.
Next Wednesday, so you can join us for that.
And it's all in the book of Judges.
Yeah.
All from the book of Judges. So again, Wednesday night, 7 p.m. And then just ongoing regularly, our Thursday meetings. We have a women's Bible study at 9:30 a.m. and 7 p.m. on Thursdays. We have a men's prayer meeting at 6 a.m. and a men's Bible study at 7 p.m., all right here at Calvary Wolfeboro. And we'll have more information as we look ahead to Palm Sunday and Easter coming out for you. Those are coming up quickly, and we'll be upon them before you know it. As always, you can check out our website, calvarywolfeboro.org, to keep up to date on what's going on. And you can download our app from the App Store, Calvary Wolfeboro, all one word, to let you know what's going on.
Nice. Thanks, Josh. So from Hebrews 11, briefly, a little encouragement from God's Word. Josh mentioned these men that we're looking at on Wednesday nights, Gideon, Barak, Samson, Jephthah, David, Samuel. These men are given to us as examples of faith. And yet, when we have, as we've been studying at this point, the first two, Gideon and Barak, what we see is, in general, we don't see great examples of what we would think of as, wow, look at these men of faith. And it's a great reminder of us of the fact that God, in his working with us, that he builds our faith. Faith isn't something we just suddenly have. And we've talked about how, in one sense, faith is like a muscle. It has to be developed, it has to be worked, it has to be grown. And so what we're seeing in a lot of these men is the time in their life before they were great men of faith, before they acted in great ways in faith. And these men were military leaders, but we read that these men, and this is verse 33 of Hebrews 11, through faith, we read they conquered kingdoms, they enforced justice, they obtained promises, they stopped the mouths of lions. It goes on, all these great things. And then it says, they were made strong out of weakness, and they became mighty in war. That's so encouraging to me. I know it's encouraging to us. Hope that's encouraging to you, to know that at any given moment, we are not what God sees us to be. We're not what he wants us to be, what he is leading us to be. And early in our lives with Christ, our faith is small, right? Jesus said to his disciples, "Oh, you of little faith." That wasn't a condemnation. That was just a reality about where they were. But that's not where they were ultimately going to be. They too are going to be made strong out of their weakness. And we too are going to be made strong out of weakness, and that is through faith. And so if you find yourself today, this week, just feeling like you're letting God down, that you're letting others down, that you're weak in faith, be encouraged. So have all the great men and women of faith. They've all come from that place. Seek the Lord. Come to him. Continue to walk with him. And he will strengthen you. That's the encouragement today for all of us. This is CW Today, again, a ministry of Calvary Wolfeboro, a local church, a family, a spiritual family seeking to follow Christ together and love one another. See you next time.
Thank you, Pastor Justin and Josh. Father Cole and Deacon Chris of the St. Katherine Drexel Catholic Church with a report, or sending it over to you, Father Cole and Deacon Chris.
Well, hi, Kristen. Hi, Zach. Father Bob Cole here with Deacon Chris Conley. And we're finishing up now the second week of Lent. Would you believe that, huh? And here it is, March the 10th. And so right now in the church, after the morning Mass, we have Eucharistic adoration. And, well, I'm gonna correct that. Chris had a communion service this morning because I have to be out of town for a funeral, and so he was good enough to have a communion service. But we have Eucharistic adoration now until 1 o'clock this afternoon, so any Friday, feel free to come and pray. Come pray in the church in the presence of the Eucharist the Blessed Sacrament. Now tonight, at 7 o'clock, we have the Stations of the Cross every Friday during Lent. And tonight, John Gehagen, our parishioner, is going to lead us in the stations composed by Pope Benedict the 16th, who just died a little while ago. And he composed these some years ago as he led the people in the stations, through the stations, at the Colosseum in Rome on a Good Friday. So they're really quite historic, and each Friday we try to have a different rendition. Next Friday, a week from today, Friday the 17th, we're going to be having the youth of the parish will be leading us in their rendition of the stations. And with that in mind, next Friday, the 17th, is St. Patrick's Day, and we get a special permission to have corned beef and cabbage on Friday because of St. Patrick. How about that, Chris? Isn't that good?
Hey,
Isn't that great?
that's a nice break, yeah.
Now let me also mention that tomorrow, the 11th, we're finally having the Ladies of St. Katherine Drexel Lenten Day of Prayer with Father Thomas Steinmetz, a Malachite Catholic priest from Manchester, because it got canceled because of COVID, and then last week it got canceled because of a storm. So the weather looks good for tomorrow. So breakfast is at 8:30, and the conference begins at 9:30, okay? And we're also having first confession for the little kids at 9 o'clock in the church upstairs here on tomorrow morning, the 11th. Now, Chris, do you want to talk about? I know you just went to a funeral.
Yeah, I can speak about that. I went to the funeral of Deacon Lambert's, Eric Lambert, his father, Norman Lambert. He died. And he was, a funeral mass was conducted at St. Joseph Church in Epping. And Deacon Lambert was the homilist. He spoke very fine homilist, giving glory to God and honor to his father. It was well done.
Now, were there other deacons who showed up?
There were many deacons there, many priests. It was a wonderful, supportive turnout. I feel connected to Deacon Lambert because he was, number one, he was at our ordination. He's also a deacon mentor to a friend of mine. And his aunt is in this parish, Ginger Roberts. So those three reasons, plus he's a good guy. He's a good guy generally.
Yeah, and we try to do that. We try to be present and praying with people at a time like that. And so I'm so happy that you went.
Thanks, Father.
I think it's wonderful. And
It was good to...
Eric Lambert's a deacon at St. Michael's in Exeter, and also St. Mary's in Newmarket, which are neighboring parishes. So I've met him as well. He's preached here at his uncle's funeral, Ed Roberts' funeral. He's a wonderful homilist. Well, we're into Lent. It's not too late to begin if you haven't yet. Prayer, works of mercy, and fasting. And you can fast from different things besides food. So whatever God wants you to do these days of Lent, get going, and see the graces that flow. So thanks for having us on. God bless. Saturday Mass is at 4, Sunday morning 8:30 and 10:30, and we have religious ed this weekend.
Thank you, Father Cole and Deacon Chris. And thank you for tuning in to our weekly program.
Remember, there's always something to do in and around Wolfeboro.
If you'd like to add an event to our program, please contact our producers at 569-0219.
Or just send an email to wctv25@gmail.com.
We hope to see you out and about.
And we are looking forward to seeing you next week.
With clear eyes and full hearts, I'm Kristen Cooper for Wolfeboro Community Television.
And I'm Zach Pickle for Wolfeboro Community Television.
bringing your community to view.